Hi, I'm Evelyn D. Dominicus from evelynd.com. I am a nutritionist and a life coach. And today I want to talk about a concept that is foundational in my work. And that is looking at either the behavior you want to change, the weight you want to lose, the symptoms you want to go away, or the disease you want to heal, more like a symptom than the problem you want to fix. So when we approach our journey with the sense of something's wrong with me, I need to fix it, we get into more of a disempowered place, right? So we're starting to now look outside of ourselves. We think something's wrong with us, and it just creates more of a interrelationship with that state of being. When really, if you look at what you're dealing with, so let's say it's weight that won't come off, or emotional overeating or over drinking. When we look at that as a symptom, we have more space between the identification of that condition or that disease or that behavior. And now through that space, we can start to explore. You might have heard the expression of, how the body will speak to us in whispers when something's off. And then if we keep continuously ignore those whispers, it'll start to get louder and louder. And the next thing you know, you get conked on the head because in some kind of diagnosis, or it's unbearable to deal with what you're dealing with, because we're not listening to what our bodies are trying to tell us, or, kind of what our consciousness, our higher knowing is trying to tell us. And so if we can look at everything and catch as much as we can early, but it doesn't matter if it's later, it's never too late, we can start to get into that place of compassionate self-inquiry. So we look at, let's say weight, struggling with your weight. And so we can say, all right, this is a symptom. What's a symptom of? It could be like a physical, like diet, lifestyle, the basic things. And we're probably going to go there first to make sure that things are, in check. But also kind of looking at, all right, where in my physiology is my body adapting to something that might be misaligned or out of balance or scary for it. So a lot of times what happens in our physical bodies, our biology, is it will adapt when there is some sort of conflict. And by conflict, I mean a misalignment. So we really want kind of that balance between the safety that kind of more of our primal brain feels. So it's like, okay, everything's cool. I can make these changes. I can move forward. I can release this weight. I can heal this condition. So we want our kind of lower, like primal brain to be on board with our more like prefrontal cortex that wants to see improvement, wants us to achieve more, wants us to master something. So when there's a misalignment, a mismatch between what we want and what our kind of primal brain or our old beliefs or old traumas are scared to experience, that disconnect, that misalignment is where symptoms can manifest. That's where the body, the physiology might go into, oh boy, like in terms of the nervous system, goes into kind of like, it's not safe to release weight. So I'm going to hold on to every calorie and every, kind of fat gram I can and store that fat so that I can stay safe, because that primal part of our brain is still wired for starvation and, kind of very extreme conditions, even though we're, pretty much not dealing with that in most of modern society. So understanding that there can be a physical adaptation to a mismatch or a misalignment in our physical bodies. And then there can also be emotional and mental types of disconnects where we might have a belief that, if I lose weight, I'm always going to gain it back. Or if I lose weight, I'm not going to be safe. I'm going to draw more attention to myself. Or if I lose weight, people are going to expect me to, achieve even more great things. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on me. Or if I lose weight, I might not be fun, or if I change my behavior, if I stop drinking, or if I stop drinking as much as my peers, I might be rejected by them. And so again, that part of us, that primal brain versus that kind of higher consciousness that's kind of run more by the prefrontal cortex, it needs to be an alignment. There needs to be a recognition that, okay, even though you might not feel safe, primal brain or inner child, whatever you want to call it, it's okay. I've got your back. This is how we're going to make sure things are safe. So you're inviting through your symptoms more of that inner reflection and that inner dialogue between the parts of ourselves that are perhaps on different pages. So once you come into that alignment, your body is more receptive to healing, to changing behaviors, to coming up with more ideas and insights and inspirations and connections, and also more tolerance with the ability to resist urges that seem unbearable when we're in a dysregulated state. So the bottom line here is look at what you may be viewing as your problem as a symptom, and then start the self-inquiry. What is this symptom trying to tell me? It takes some work just to kind of really accept and feel into that. But once you do, you'll be better equipped to make the changes that your body wants to make on the physical level in terms of what you do, but your body on the physiological level will also be ready to do its thing as well and come back into alignment. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, or if you want some clarification, or if you want me to expand more on that, please leave a comment below, give it a like, share it if you think somebody might benefit from hearing this, and let me know, what things are you looking at as problems that you can now shift to more, looking at more as a symptom. So let me know in the comments below, or reach out to me. I'll leave links to my website. You can schedule a free discovery session and we can chat, and we'll go from there. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time.